YouTube. This is Pacific Military Contractors Airsoft Team again. This time we'll be doing a review on the A&K M60 E1. This gun will run you about $300 or so, depending where you get it again. And yeah, it is very heavy. I don't know if you already know, but it weighs over 25 pounds or so, and that's unloaded, so it's pretty heavy. If you don't have some serious upper body strength, I would highly discourage you from getting this gun. So yeah, so let's go over the externals from the rear to the front. In the stock, I don't want to move it over because it's going to go off for a table. So yeah, in the stock you have a rear sling mount. It works fine, and I trust it fully. Not going anywhere. If you're using this gun, you have to have a sling. All right. In the back, there's also this fold-out plate, which you use to rest on your shoulder. The stock itself is a really thick, high-quality plastic, just like on the real one, and it's pretty nice. The upper top receiver part that flips up, I don't know what the name is, with some kind of cover, and you popped it up by using this lever right here, and you flip it to the back, and it has a little bit of a spring load action to it, and it will flip up. Alright, set this back down. Underneath there you're going to have the spot where your belt would feed into, and there is no purpose whatsoever for it unless you're getting a dummy belt with dummy rounds, but yeah. This is where you can access your gearbox. It is really fast and easy to do so, and it features a quick change spring guide. But it is A&K, so you're probably going to want to switch out a couple of the parts like the motor and maybe the gears or so. To put it back down, of course, you want to put it down, and then oh shit, you can either put it all the way down like so, or you can use the lever again and put it down. The front sight right here is all metal, of course. You can adjust it up and down with this knob. It's got markings on it for distance, but you don't really need that in Airsoft, but hey, what the hell, they put it on there anyway. It does fold down, like you saw, and it's kind of handy if you're going to shoot this from the hip. So, yeah. The carry handle is fully trustworthy, and I use it a lot when I used to use this gun. And there are a couple bolts right here which you might want to tighten up occasionally, and other than that it works fine. It is metal, but this top part right here where your hand goes is rubber, and it is pretty comfy. Fold it off to either side, works well. There's this flap right here, this lever, which many people haven't really mentioned in their other reviews. And this right here is your disassembly lever for the barrel. So in the real one, this is how you'd switch out the barrel. And you want to be able to do that with a light machine gun because it gets really hot. But not an airsoft, but whatever. And so to access that, you're going to push it from this side and then flip it 90 degrees up. After that, your barrel will slide out, but I'm not going to fully do that today. Now that we have it back together, we can continue. I forgot to mention earlier that the lower receiver right here is full metal, and it is actually disappointingly rather thin compared to, say, on the XCR, which we reviewed earlier. It is a very thin metal, and it is not as sturdy. However, the gun overall is extremely solid. Moving forward again, the heat shield on top is metal. A lot of people on YouTube said it's plastic. That is metal. But the lower grip down here is plastic, and it is pretty sturdy. It's not the best plastic in the world, but it does the job. It feels really nice in your fingers, and it works well. Moving forward again, further up to the gas regulator. Inside here is MOSFET, which you can use to change the rate of fire with this knob right here. The bipod on this gun works rather well. A lot of video reviews say that it's extremely good and durable. It's not the best. I've seen a lot better. It is steel, but the mount right here, which it connects to the gun on, isn't, and so it can chip off. And as you can see right here, part of ours did, and so this part of the bipod doesn't function as it's supposed to. So yeah, it doesn't lock anymore. That's pretty much is not fixable. So while we're up here, you can also see that the bipod has these buttons, and you can just pull the legs out like that, and it has a couple adjustments. And then to close it, you have to push the button, and it will slide back in. It does the same on the other side, but on the other side, we can show you how to actually use the bipod. What you do is you pull it down, and then rotate it either way, and you pull it out and rotate it. Yeah, it's rather loose, and the sad part is they are riveted in, so you can't tighten them, and so that's kind of lame. But you can put another bipod on here if you wish. You just take this off. You can get a, say, a dragon claw mount or something, and just clamp it on the barrel, and it'll work a lot better than this one does. So yeah, the flash hider that it'll come with is sadly an M4 style flash hider, but it comes in the box with this nice heavy steel M60 style flash hider, and again we would highly suggest you put that on. The threads are 14 millimeter counterclockwise, and this is how you take off the bipod. Just comes right off. Moving on, the trigger grouping on this gun has full auto and safety. That's all it is on this gun. There is no need for a semi because it's a support weapon, but yeah, works fine. You can't pull the trigger when it's in safe at all, and then when it's there, you can pull it. It's a really smooth trigger, and it works rather well. All right. The box mag on this gun is probably the trickiest part. And to install it, you have to take off this Velcro flap right here on the bottom. And that'll come loose and feed it through the other side. And then it's got these bungee, rubbery kind of things on the top. And then you have to detach, or attach, depending on how you do it, the feeding tube, which the BBs go through, which is just a little nut right here, which you have to unscrew and then it'll come off. Alright. There's your box mag. It holds about 3,000 to 3,500 rounds, and it feeds pretty nicely. On the box mag itself, it has 3 settings, which can be found right here, which are off, auto, which is continuously winding, and then continuum, which is it will wind when you pull the trigger. Kind of weird how they did that, but then there's also a jack right here for the pressure switch. When you do use this, you're going to need to connect the wire that's feeding out of the gun to this part. This will make sure that the electricity goes to the box mag, and so yeah, it runs off of the same battery the gun does. There is no battery spot on this gun, period, and so when you're using this, you have to put the battery in the magazine pouch, and there's plenty of space to do that. As you can see with the box mag in there, you can fit it in through the side, right there. So yeah, no, the wires are on the outside, as you can see right here, and they're pretty durable. Other than that, we'll do a player's perspective now. And again, this is my gun. It's just a monster is what it is. It has, if you can get a high voltage battery, it's got an insane rate of fire. The FPS is about 370 to 380 or so. It's perfect for outdoors. I would highly suggest you do not use this indoors. I've tried it, and it's very hard. Okay, so don't even bother thinking about it. But yeah, if you're looking to become a support gunner, or you want a new support gun, I would highly suggest this one if you've got the physique. And yeah. Another thing, this gun is for sale if anybody wants it. I will not go any lower than $230 or so. I've only used it once, and the gearbox has been cleaned. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you're interested, and we'll discuss it from there. Anyways, this has been another review. We'll be doing a shooting test later on, and thank you for watching.